Hey guys, this is Sarah Torres for the Pixel Slayers. How many of you have working out more as your New Year's resolution? And how many of you like to work out with video games? I'm sure when I say that, the games that come to mind are maybe like Dance Dance Revolution, Donkey Konga, maybe rocking it out on the conga drums on the GameCube, maybe Wii Fit, something like that. You know what I work out with? I work out with Final Fantasy VII. How does this work? Well, we'll show you how. Okay, so the idea I had for this is I am actually using a treadmill. And what I'm doing with this treadmill is I am playing turn-based RPGs while on the treadmill. And my rules are I cannot play that game unless I am on that treadmill. So what this tricks me in my brain is if I'm sitting around going, man, I really want to play more Final Fantasy VII. You know what I have to do? I have to get my butt back on that treadmill and keep walking. So it's a nice sort of motivation for me to keep walking. And so far, I am at 15 hours and 58 minutes on Final Fantasy VII entirely on a treadmill. I walked for almost 16 hours while playing this game. And the nice thing about this is, since it's a turn-based RPG, all I'm really using are buttons to make menu selections and buttons to execute those selections. So most of the time, I'm in a random battle. I don't have to be moving my controller all the way around. Most of the time, I'm walking, and sometimes I'm even just using one hand if I'm just walking around a town. So that's not going to distract me from the actual treadmill walking. Now, I had a few scenes in the game where I allowed myself to get off of the treadmill because it was starting to mess me up, and of course, anyone who's played Final Fantasy VII knows the motorcycle scene. And I was literally on the motorcycle scene trying to navigate my motorcycle, and I found myself turning in with my legs on the treadmill, and I almost tripped several times. So give yourself a break during the motorcycle scene, the ski slope scene. I gave myself a break during the safe cracking scene when you're getting Vincent, because I just could not do it while walking. So if you're playing a turn-based RPG and there are action segments like that, those are the only times I allow myself a break. But every other moment that I am playing this game, I am on this treadmill. So I'm going to try to beat this entire game on a treadmill, and I will definitely put up a video when I am done with that. And real quick, I'm going to show you my setup here, alright? So, as with most treadmills, I've got a place for my water, I've got a place for my controller, and I've got a nice place where I can put my trusty strategy guide, and I've got a perfect view of the screen as I walk. And I find it vital to have a wireless controller to use for this. I am using the PlayStation 3, and wired controllers are just going to make this a big pain for you. You're going to have to make it reach, make sure it's not going to trip you, things like that. So wireless controllers are definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Okay, so if you've got a turn-based RPG you can play with a wireless controller and you have a treadmill, then baby, you've got a nice workout plan right there for you. A lot of these games last like 40 plus hours. That's 40 plus hours of working out, and it's a self-motivator. I come home from work, I want to play this game, I've got to get on this treadmill in order to do that. And I found myself pushing myself to go on the treadmill more because, oh my god, I'm at the end of disc 1, I want to beat that, you know? I want to get to that next place. So if you're finding it hard to motivate yourself to get on the treadmill, to get back into working out, and those gimmicky workout video games aren't doing it for you, I suggest you try this out. It can be any turn-based RPG. Put in the comments if you've ever done something like this. Am I the only one? Am I crazy? Or is this something that people do more often than I think? We are the Pixel Slayers. We post a lot of video game videos. And please subscribe if you want to see more of them. Hit that like button if you think this is a good idea. And I hope we see you around soon. So thanks for watching. Bye.